Hello, good evening, welcome to the No Storage Sense podcast. This is Bob Hank, and I'm always this here.
This is Gavin.
Gavin Hank here. So, let's start today talking off about the NFL playoffs. Now, they just finished the first week of
Starting to heat up.
That's correct. Now, a lot of people thought they'd start cooling down this time of the year because the weather's cold and everything else, but nope, heating up. So, we have one of our wild card playoff games, the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans. Now, let me say right now that the Houston Texans are coming off a pretty big win at home last weekend against Oakland Raiders. Now, Oakland Raiders were a hell of a team this year. They won a lot of games, but they were able to beat a good team. So now here we are looking at a team that's looking pretty good representing Texas. Now, Texas is bigger than Boston. Let's just be frank, and even more specifically, is bigger than Foxborough. What difference do you think that is going to make in the game?
I don't know about geographic size being necessarily the absolute determining factor, but I do think that since that Texas has so much more oil, they're going to be able to lube their engines and keep them have more stamina throughout the game. Therefore, I think the Houston Texans will defeat Tom Brady and the co-Patriots.
But I think in this instance, when you have veterans and rookies on the field and you have coaches that have been through the trenches and everything else, I really don't think there's another factor that plays a bigger role than the size of the state you come from. Now, Texas is big, and I'm not just talking big, I'm talking Texas big. And I'm telling you right now, the Houston Texans are going to have a mountain of trouble for these Patriots, because let me tell you something about what a Patriot is. He's a weasel. He's a wimp. He stands up for his country. What's that compared to a Texan? Now, a Texan, he's big, and a bigger boy wins the race. Always.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Texas should have separated from the Union many, many moons ago. And, as far as I'm concerned, Texas has more power than the rest of the United States combined. So you combine those factors, you combine your geographic factors, you combine your oil factors. Short of a miracle sent from Zeus himself, I don't see any way Tom Brady's going to be able to carry the Patriots in that game.
Brock Osweiler has been throwing about 75% of his passes to be either complete or incomplete this season. And I believe that he will be able to push that stat and the stats of his other teammates on because he has what we like to call the X factor. Would you like to explain a little bit here, Hank, what the X factor is?
Well, yeah, honestly, the X factor is the kind of factor that you use when you're putting out your multiplication tables. But I honestly don't think he's going to be able to, use simple math to be able to beat this team. And also, I hear that he might be getting suspended because Brockweiler was actually a Rottweiler dog that was in the, what's his name?
Beethoven.
That was actually
Beethoven movies.
That was in the whole Pitbull ring. That
Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick's Pitbull ring.
Michael Vick.
Yeah, Vick. And I don't even know if he's going to be able to play in the game.
I'll tell you one thing. Tom Brady's been in this league a long time. Tom Brady's thrown a lot of balls down that field. Tom Brady's hiked the ball many times, and I think that's going to carry and be a big factor in this game.
That's true. Well, we'll see what happens as far as prognostications go. How do you see Green Bay and Dallas shaking out?
Shifting gears, yes. Green Bay and Dallas. What history tells us is that ever since, 95, since Dallas has won the Super Bowl, they've had only two postseason games that they have won since then. And one of them was a loss to none other than Green Bay. And that was 2 years ago with the controversial catch by Dez Bryant that was not regarded as a catch. Now, I believe with Aaron Rodgers and the expertise that he has coming into this game, that he's going to be able to not just throw the ball, he's going to be able to throw multiple balls and keep the defense in check because he's going to have, let me tell you something here, Brock, he's going to have two balls. He's going to have one in the chamber and the other one already in the hands of one of the other teammates, and he's going to be able to throw a bomb down the field, and he's going to be able to get two touchdowns at the same time.
Yeah, but if he doesn't keep a third one in his satchel, I think it might all cancel each other out and backfire on him. And if that's the case, I think Todd McCarthy needs to be thinking about reinstating Brett Favre as the quarterback, because honestly, I know Aaron Rodgers had a few good years, but I think he's on the decline, and Brett Favre is on the upside.
One thing that Brett Favre does, in fact, have is the league best, largest amount of interceptions thrown in the history of the NFL. And I think that if you're trying to win games, you need a guy who's got guts, and he's willing to make a throw, even if he knows it's going to be an interception, even if he knows it's going to bring the team down. He's got the guts to do it, and that's why I think they should take out Aaron Rodgers, put in Brett Favre, and I think Tom McCarthy is really going to make that call.
Well, I think he will make that call, and, honestly, I think, that's why they pay him the big bucks bill to make calls like that. And, if upper management doesn't allow him to do his job, then I see the Packers, packing cheese up in the Munchkin factories, trying to compete with the Chinese restaurants, because, as far as I'm concerned, they will not get past the Dallas Cowboys in their star helmets.
I actually did hear that the former coaches Barry Switzer and Jimmy Johnson will be in attendance on Saturday's game. Now, for a final thought, we have been seeing James Harden has been leading the basketball world with triple doubles recently. Mm-hmm. How far do you think his beard's going to grow in 2017?
I honestly, personally, and professionally think it will grow down to his knees.
If it's going to go at least to his ball sack, do you think it's going to affect the way that he's defended?
I do, and I also think it's going to change the way the trajectory of his shot's going to go in. And honestly, I don't know if it's going to be, a pernicious effect on his arc, or if it's going to be a helpful thing. But we'll see if his PPG goes up.
One thing we do know for a fact is that if he does grow that beard down to his balls, he's going to be father time. It's going to slow him down because of the lack of aerodynamics he's going to have in his system, and that PER is certainly going to go down.
Yeah, and that's a fact, and that's the kind of thing we deal here on the No Sports Sense podcast, is nothing but facts, giving you tomorrow's news
today.